The successful job shop is one that is designed to handle these changes quickly and without loss of time or disruption to the operation. Today, Washburn Guitars produces about 150,000 instruments annually. These range from acoustic and electric guitars and basses to mandolins and banjos. Scheduling each of these operations is important to ensure that there is an even flow through production, with minimal bottlenecks occurring and with the right numbers of each model to meet demand. Washburn's schedules vary from nearly continuous batches all the way down to custom, special order, one-of-a-kind instruments. Collectively, this process could be called intermittent, meaning the production runs are short and machines are changed frequently to produce different pieces. Sometimes scheduling can be affected by priority rules. Scheduling priority may be based on criteria such as first come, first serve, or the earliest due date, or the shortest operating time. For example, at Washburn, the production of a popular, more expensive guitar may take precedence over the manufacturing schedule of a less expensive item. Another prioritizing factor relates to the length of time needed to produce a given guitar model. Occasionally, they get rush orders from big-name musicians on concert tours.
Very often a musician will need a piece at the drop of a hat, whether it's because of something that we have made for them that has been stolen, which has happened in the past. Custom pieces that we've made for artists have been stolen and we need to replace those, or coming from a large background of touring all over the world with rock bands, instruments get mishandled a lot.
Since manufacturing different guitar components for a variety of models requires frequent, new setups, scheduling work around the CNC machine is important at Washburn.
Let her do her work. My boss hates when it's sitting.
This system could be called flexible manufacturing, since the CNC machine can perform multiple tasks or jobs and can produce a variety of products. The same CNC machine builds guitar necks, drills holes for the fretboard, body, and electronics, and handles these tasks for a number of different models.
This machine takes top priority. The longer you have it running, the less cost per part you're going to obtain. So I will work all the employees around this to do whatever we have to do to make sure this is running on 100% of the time available.
Down here, what we do is we'll match up the wood, we'll match it up so the grains are all corresponding, either coming upwards together or both coming down together. Then we'll come over here to the glue, and with that middle piece, what we'll do is we'll get both sides with the glue. We'll come back and we'll put it in the middle of the other two pieces. Tighten up the two clamps, tighten on the C-clamps to keep it nice and flat on the back. That way we know we have to smooth off the front still and a little bit off the back.
We use basically two general categories of wood. So there are domestic species that we use for the bulk of the instrument, and those are housed out in the lumber rack. This right here happens to be guitar fingerboards. These are Brazilian rosewood. Brazilian rosewood, Dalbergia nigra, is now on the International Endangered Species list, and it's illegal to transport new material, but this was bought before the embargo went into effect. So this is very rare material at this point. And we put these sticks in between here and then band it with plastic banding to hold it in shape.
The painting procedure as it exists today in this facility takes as long as, or longer, than every other process in the building combined. We generally look at, if it's a painted piece, when is it due? We know how much time that part is going to take to be completed and work it backwards from that due date. And that's how we decide when it should be started.
Finally, the hardware and electronic components are assembled. This consists of pickups, tuning keys, the bridge, wiring, and strings.
This is custom made.
Everything is tested right at the point of assembly before it's shipped.
This is a prototype for Derek Trucks. Looking for a guitar he can play slide on. We like to hit between 15 and 20 a day being fully assembled. The assembly department will get a body and its neck, or in a case of a D3 or something like this, the neck is already set. You know, basically just assemble the guitar, put the parts on, wire it up, set it up, and then I'd hand it to Charmin for, she checks for any cosmetic flaws.
The rotation and availability of parts in stock can affect production scheduling as well. At Washburn, it generally takes 90 days to purchase the parts for a new model. The introduction of a new model means new parts and new production specifications.
Parts usually stay on our shelves would anywhere from 2 days to 2 years, depending on what the material is, what the call for the material is, the availability of the material, and how stable the material is when we get it.
Washburn produces their line of acoustic guitars overseas, but there are plans to move the entire production operation, acoustic and electric, to a new 120,000 square foot facility in Nashville, Tennessee.
In an effort to expand our existing production, there have been considerations to move to Nashville, where we would have the liberty of building a larger structure customized to our specifications, and take advantage of the labor pool, which is considered to be the center of the guitar making industry.